If you guys enjoy Minecraft films or just storytelling in general, make sure to go in the description below and subscribe to Slightly Insulting. We're almost at 1,000 subscribers and we'd really appreciate the support. Thanks. Yo, what's up you guys, welcome back to a brand new video, and in today's video we're going to be talking about Spider-Man PS5 and the top 5 villains to see in Marvel's Spider-Man 2. But with that being said, I want to do a quick announcement here. The Amazing Spider-Man 4 is coming out tomorrow, and that is the reason why I've been doing a bunch of these videos like this one and like yesterday's video recently, is because I've been working on TASM 4 very hard, and those videos take longer to make than these type of videos. So I've been working on TASM 4 all this time, and it's coming out tomorrow, so I can't wait for you guys to see that. But with that being said, let's get straight into today's video. Number 5, Green Goblin. Now, if you haven't seen my other video discussing predictions and theories for this game, which I'll leave a link to in the description next to the related videos section, you'll know that I don't think he will actually show up. But I put him at number 5 as he is one of the popular options to show up as the main villain. This is because we saw Norman Osborn show up prominently as a supporting character in the first game, hinting in the fact that Norman will eventually become the Goblin at some point in the future in the series. Whether this be in the second game or the third game, we just don't know. But since he's a very prominent option for a villain, I just threw him in on number 5 on this list because he certainly deserves to be here. Number 4, Carnage. Since we're getting Venom and Harry Osborn is a long friend of Peter Parker, we might be able to get a twist and have Venom team up with Spider-Man to take down Carnage. Nevertheless, it could be similar to the first game with the Sinister Six, in which Venom and Carnage could form an alliance to take down Spider-Man for whatever reason. This could be a cool dynamic duo where missions could become interesting. If Venom does end up teaming up with Spider-Man, we could see Venom becoming a playable character or some sort of unlockable feature in the suit section. Either way, it's fair to say that if we're seeing Venom, we're one step away from seeing Carnage. Number 3, Kraven the Hunter. In some Easter eggs in the Spider-Man PS4 universe, we know a multitude of villains have already shown up in the universe so far, as Spider-Man is 8 years into his career. One of these villains may have well been Kraven the Hunter. Now, as proven in the Amazing Spider-Man 2 video game, Kraven the Hunter can be a big part of the story. However, Kraven could serve as a main side quest role similar to the Black Cat side quests in the first game, which eventually then led to a confrontation DLC. The same could happen here in that Kraven could eventually become a playable DLC where you have to stop him or he's hunting you down. The dynamic of Prey vs Predator creates some really cool ideas for gameplay, story, and just overall general plot idea for maybe a DLC or maybe in the actual game itself. Number 2, Mysterio. Like other villains, Mysterio has been referenced heavily in PS4's Spider-Man, especially at the carnival scene. Mysterio has been heavily rumored to appear in the anticipated sequel ever since the end of the first game. The beauty of this character is that he can appear as a main villain or a side quest similar to what we discussed about Kraven the Hunter earlier. Mysterio will most likely be a minor villain if he's in here, with the biggest his role getting to around a Mr. Negative sized role, just like in the first game, for this game, as it looks likely that Insomniac and the team over creating this franchise are going to go with either Green Goblin or Venom as the main antagonist, or the Doc Ock of the sequel. However, despite this, I do think that Mysterio will show up in this game in one form or another, as the first game besides references featured actual villains in a lot like Electro and Rhino and the rest of the Sinister Six. Number 1, Venom. I think this one goes without saying, but the most likely villain to show up in the sequel is going to be Harry Osborn as Spider-Man villain Venom. Or at least the black suit symbiote will show up at least somewhere or have something to do with the plot or story. At the end of the first game, Norman Osborn reveals a chamber where he is keeping Harry, and around him is a black goo. This is almost certainly the Venom symbiote, and knowing Osborn and his track record in all media of Spider-Man, his experiments don't really go as planned, so it's likely that we could see Harry Osborn becoming Venom. This would also set up the dynamic and raise the stakes for Peter Parker, as Harry Osborn is Peter and MJ's lifelong friend since high school. But with that being said, that is my list for the top 5 villains to show up in Marvel's Spider-Man 2. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. Comment who do you want to see in this game, or who do you think will show up in this game, because there's 2 versions of this. But with that being said, make sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, make sure to hit that bell next to the subscribe button to not miss any more content. And also, I'm very sorry about the very short video today, but I also do want to get TASM 4 finished. But with that being said, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.